nation has its eyes on Orlando as the president gets ready for a big rally here. The commander-in-chief will launch his official re-election campaign tomorrow in Orlando. Now, over the years, Florida has proved to be a real key swing state when it comes to presidential elections, and tomorrow's visit is one of many the president plans to make to the Sunshine State. We want to bring in Republican political analyst and radio talk show host Carl Jackson for more on the president's trip. Good to see you, Carl. How are you?
I'm doing good, Amy. Thank you.
First of all, let's talk about what we can expect tomorrow night. What do you expect the president to want to hammer home?
Listen, I think he wants to hammer home the economy, obviously. I think he wants to perhaps talk about health care. I think he's going to get into immigration. I think he's going to get into how his taxes have helped the economy as well as deregulation. I think he's just going to remind people of the accomplishments that he's been able to accomplish while he has been president, despite all of the noise and all of the other distractions going on. I expect this event to be huge, and it's extremely important. Listen, Florida has 29 electoral votes. The president needs to win those again. If he doesn't win Florida, he will not win the presidency. It's as simple as that. Last time he did not win Orange County, and then we also saw in 2018 our congressional candidates didn't do well in Orange County. They didn't do well in Seminole County. I suspect what the president wants to do is get ahead of whomever the Democratic candidate is going to be for 2020. And events like this are going to help us gauge how well he's doing in Central Florida. And also combine the fact that Andrew Gillum has this campaign going on, obviously, to combat President Trump. So I just think he's trying to get his momentum going, and I suspect that President Trump is going to do well here in 2020.
Let's talk about the polls, because this has been a hot topic over the weekend. We know that the president's team fired several polling companies because internal polls showed him not doing well, losing in some key swing states like Florida. Why are these polls so important, and why do you think they went so far as to fire these companies?
I think the polls. I think the polls are important because they kind of tell a story. They tell a narrative. But I just think these polls are inaccurate because they're just. It's too soon. The president doesn't even have a candidate to run against at this point. So I suspect that these polling places are perhaps working with some of the, my suspicion is they're working with some of the Democratic strategists and trying to create a narrative. I don't necessarily believe these polls, not right now anyway. I think the president is going to do much better than people suspect. I don't think you can gauge this guy traditionally, simply because there's a lot of people, including myself, who weren't excited about the president in 2016 that are willing to vote for the president now and happy with the work that he's doing or the job that he's doing. And I suspect there's a lot more people out there like me that are not getting polled. So I don't hold a lot of weight in these. That's why I'm looking forward, or I don't put a lot of weight in these. That's why I'm looking forward to the rally tomorrow, because I think that's going to tell the tale as far as the amount of people that are there, the amount of protesters that may be there, the diversity of the crowd that may be there. Those are all of the things that I'm looking for. All
right. Well, Carl, again, as you mentioned, you're going to be at that rally tomorrow. We'll be curious to hear what your thoughts are after it's over. We always appreciate you coming in and spending your time with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Amy.
All right. 7:17. Let's check in with Jamie King right now. Let's talk about what's